Tonight on the Disney Sunday Movie, the Davises are moving into a new house
Definite fixer-upper.
where the tenants are deceased, but not departed.
This house is not haunted.
Keep an eye out for the Boogity Man.
What boogity man?
Boogity, boogity.
Now it's every man, woman, and child for himself.
I saw him! What a weirdo. Dad's gonna negotiate with Mr. Hamburger Face.
It's spirited family fun. Mr. Boogity.
I'd move.
Good evening. Excuse me, I'm just finishing up a little work. Welcome to the Disney Sunday Movie. Now, I admit that tonight's feature, Mr. Boogity, is a little weird. It's a family comedy all about ghosts, evil spirits, and a very haunted house. Now, look at that. The guys in the special effects department here at the studio knew I was introducing Mr. Boogity. And this is their idea of a little joke. Very funny guys. Pyrotechnics, wonderful, really. Phone book, hot telephone call. Nobody has a magnifying. Okay, flying chair, great. I'm keeping my coffee. Say, guys, this is not funny. This is not funny. I just hope you figured out a way to get me back by next week.
I'm just lost. See, we're trying to get to...
I'm the highwayman.
Okay, good to know. Well, so you see...
I'm the highwayman. I make ends meet, just like any man. I work with my hands. If you cross my path, I'll knock you out, drag you off the road, steal your shoes from off your feet. I'm that highwayman. When I make ends meet.
Just keep saying to yourself, It's only a movie. It's only a movie. It's only a movie that will have you living in the sixth dimension, moving in the wrong direction. A new fantasy, musical, comedy. The Forbidden Zone.
I think I want to be someplace else. It's a dummy.
The Horseman was a Hessian mercenary, sent to these shores by German princes to keep Americans under the yoke of England. But unlike his compatriots, who came for money, the Horseman came for love of carnage.
When battle was joined, there you'd find him.
He rode a giant black steed named Daredevil. He was infamous for riding his horse hard into battle, chopping off heads at full gallop. He'd filed his teeth down to sharp points to add to the ferocity of his appearance. This butcher didn't finally reach his end until the winter of '79. Not far from here, in our western woods. His head with his own sword. Even today, the Western Woods is a haunted place where brave men will not venture. For what was planted in the ground that day was a seed of evil. And so it has been for 20 years. But now the Hessian wakes. He's on the rampage, cutting off heads where he finds them.
Are you saying... is that what you believe?
Seeing is believing. They tell me that you brought books and trappings of scientific investigation. This is the only book I recommend you read.
We'll be late for night school.
Nothing doing, Casper. I don't want to go to night school. I want to go out and scare.
It is night. It is for Halloween. Makes noise. But there is a tap at the window. No one there. Again at the other window. But no one is there either. Surprise, surprise. It is Father with pumpkins, Indian corn, and straw. Everything we need for Halloween decorations. Julie wants to know what the straw is for. To cover the roses with and keep them warm during the winter. The whole family is getting ready to make the jack-o'-lantern. Peter has finished his cat mask, and Julie brings paper to keep the table clean. And now Father is back and we are all together. Uh-oh, what is Peter up to? He is trying to scare Shep with his cat mask. And Shep doesn't like to be teased. I'm sure Peter wouldn't like someone to tease him. Father has a pump out and is working on the face. Shep wants to know what this is all about. And in goes his nose. Hey, get away from here, says Father. A very sad, sorry, spooky-looking jack-o'-lantern.
Sad.
Sorry. Spooky.
Now comes the best part. Everyone goes to turn out a light. Now. And Shep does not like the jack-o'-lantern with a lighted candle in it. Lights on. Everybody laughs at Shep. But now it is bedtime. Tomorrow is Halloween.
Old?
Hi, Mom. Hi, Pa. David, guess who I am?
Oh, brother.
Darn, how'd you guess?
I'm sure he did. What have you got there, dear?
Oh, just some stuff for a Halloween party at school. I'm the treasurer.
Oh, I didn't know you were going to have a Halloween party at school.
Well, we're just going to dress up and play some games.
Oh, that sounds like fun. School parties always are. You said it. We get out of study.
Yeah, Halloween's a lot of fun for kids.
And don't you like Halloween, Pa?
Oh, sure, but you know, as you get a little bit older, you get kind of tired of that stuff.
You mean going to parties and playing games and stuff?
Yeah, see, there are certain traditional and seasonal games like pin the tail on the donkey and ducking for apples, and they get a little stale as the years go by.
We make up a lot of new stuff, Pop.
What do you mean make up new stuff?
We bring the old-fashioned games up to date.
Well, that sounds interesting. How do you bring Pin the Tail on the Donkey up to date? Or shouldn't I ask?
Oh, sure. You draw a big picture of the teacher's face on the blackboard.
I don't get the connection.
Well, then we play the game.
And what do you call it?
Draw the mustache on the teacher.
Well, I have a hunch the teacher's going to walk in one of these days and you'll have a new game. I am not Salvador Dali on the blackboard 50 times.
Stephen King said of his writing, you read him with a book in one hand and an airsick bag in the other. He just got a terrifying hit with his first movie, Hellraiser, and here to talk to us tonight in the creeping flesh, please welcome Mr. Clive Barker. Hello. Eating on the job again. Well, Clive, thanks for coming on.
My pleasure.
You know, I just mentioned the Stephen King quote at the beginning.
Queen, you said.
The Stephen Queen quote. Not many people know that about him, do they? You know, I shouldn't have said that, should I? Have you ever met Stephen King?
Yeah, I met him on Good Morning America about six months ago.
It must be quite nice to have someone as kind of well-respected as him to write nice things about your work.
Yeah, his checks in the post.
Now, your first books that came out, you did a series of short stories known as the Books of Blood.
Right, there were 6 volumes of those.
How long did that take you to write?
The first 3 took about 18 months of... there was a line Woody Allen came up with when he made a movie called Everything You Ever Want to Know About Sex, but Were Afraid to Ask. that the movie contained all the funniest ideas that he knew about sex, including several that led to his divorce. And I want to do the same thing with horror. I wanted to put all the nastiest, weirdest, most erotic, perverse ideas I could into a collection of short stories.
Well, there's a crazy set of books, because I've read
crazy,
it.
wacky, and zany.
I think you achieved it. Do you get nightmares while you're writing that kind of stuff?
No, it's all on the page.
It's all laid out there.
Yeah.
Now, Hellraiser, the movie we mentioned, which is I saw and I liked a lot. It's out in the States at the moment, I believe.
That's right. It's been out about 5 weeks.
Is it doing well over there?
Yeah, we're up to about $14–15 million.
Oh, well, that's pretty good, isn't it? That's one cinema, I believe. Is that
That's one cinema. My mother keeps going back.
Well, that's like my mum with the show here. Now, if you haven't seen it, we've got a clip to show you now from Hellraiser to give you an idea what we're talking about. A very good film it is too.
It opens doors.
What kind of doors?
Doors to the pleasures of heaven or hell. I didn't care which. I thought I'd gone to the limits. I hadn't. The Cenobites gave me an experience beyond the limits. Pain and pleasure, indivisible.
There's a real ugly bunch in that movie.
Ugly bunch, ugly bunch.
Called the Cenobites. Now, is there going to be a second Hellraiser movie?
Yeah, we should be shooting Hellraiser 2 pretty soon.
Because, of course, you directed it as well. You're not just a writer.
That's right, but the second one, I'm moving on to fantasy stuff like Weep World. I'm moving away from the horror stuff now.
So I read you were offered lots of other films as well. You offered, was it Aliens 3?
Aliens 3 was, well, it's certainly a possibility, yeah.
But in the film, there's quite a lot, I mean, it's quite gory.
Yeah.
It's quite explicit. Do you think it might be sometimes better to leave it to the imagination? That might be scarier?
No, I like to show everything. I mean, in the books, in the film, I want to be able to detail everything. If there's a monster comes on, I want to know how many heads it's got.
Yeah,
the audience needs to know too.
They certainly do in that movie. No, what scares you? Anything scare you?
This program? I don't know. No, not that much. Elevators.
Why do elevators scare you?
Well, you get trapped in them and terrible things happen to you.
Well, that's never happened to me.
Really? Well, you've been in the wrong elevator.
I obviously have.
What is it?
Thought I heard a noise.
Hey, don't get so nervous. Of course, I understand why you would be. It's so close to your wedding.
Wonder what it was.
Rats, that's it. Did you hear about the time they found an elevator full of dead ones in here? Uh-huh. They found dozens of them inside there. If you're looking for excitement, you better find yourself another job.
The lift. There's someone in the building. The lift is moving.
That's very funny. But you're right. Look at that. It's heading up.
Let's go up.
Huh?
We'll grab him when he gets out. Come on.
Hey, wait for me.
He's on the 10th floor. He got out. He's on the 15th. That's the restaurant, isn't it?
Maybe it's a party.
Are you all right? I'm going up.
Keith! Keith!
What is it?
There's someone down there. There's a man in the shaft. Help me! Damn it! Help me! Get me out! Do something quick!
I'll call the police. Do you have the number?
What? Oh, Jesus, the lift's coming down. The lift! Get me out!
God!
Stop, Keith. Keith, where are you? Keith! God, it's moving again. Help!
What I need is a vampire cocktail to settle my nerves. It'll not only settle them, it will petrify. A vampire cocktail. You like it? It hates you. I've had several letters asking whether olives or cherries should be used in making my cocktail. Well, actually, neither is necessary, since they'd only disintegrate upon being put into the cocktail. However, if you want to use some garnish, you can drop in an eyeball, if you happen to have an extra one around the house.
Okay, Griff, I'm tired. My legs hurt. And my feet hurt. My teeth hurt.
Come on, it is only a half mile more.
A half a mile? No.
Come on, let it burn.
I don't want to burn. I want to be cool. No, I want to hug and up. What, are you crazy? I'm not going up that hill.
Oh, no. No negative thoughts. You hear me? No, just make it to the top. That's all you gotta do. It's easy. Just make it to the top, all right? You ready? Come on. Oh, see, if he can do it, you can do it. It's easy. Let's go.
That's easy for you to say. I'm sitting.
What are you doing? No, fine. You're the one who wanted to be buff.
I don't want to be anything. I want to be home in my bathtub. Okay. Enough. I'm not going any further.
What?
I'm not going any further. Forget that.
You're kidding.
No.
Ah, fine. You hear that?
Yeah.
And assembling monsters from kits.
He's always been preoccupied with them, and it's not healthy.
Let's not make those judgments now. Mark, you're sure it wasn't a dream?
It wasn't a dream. It was Danny Glick.
Nightmares seem real.
His subconscious fear made Danny seem real to him.
And they were very close friends.
Okay.
spoken to. Nothing against the master. Stop, holy man! We'll cut the boy's throat. Back, back, holy man. Back, shaman. Back, priest. What would you give for this miserable boy?
What do you ask?
What would you give to reprieve him this night, to save him for another night?
What do you want?
The master wants you. Throw away your cross, face the master, your faith against his faith. Could you do that? Is your faith enough? Then do it.
And trust him to let the boy go? Run!
I think they're dead, Father.
Run!
I'm going to kill you.
Now you're part of the bargain.
I'm a priest.
A priest? Throw away the cross. Face the master. Faith against faith.
It is said on clear nights, beneath the cold light of the moon, howl the dog and the wolf, and creeping things crawl out of the slime. It is then the ghouls feast in all their radiance. It is on nights like this most people prefer to steer clear of burial grounds. It is on nights like this that the creatures are said to appear and to walk. The day is gone, the night is upon us, and the moon, which controls all of the underworld, once again shines in radiant contentment. Come forth, O Princess of Darkness. Time seems to stand still. Not so the ghouls, when a night of pleasure is at hand. If I am not pleased by tonight's entertainment, I shall banish their souls to everlasting damnation.
You should be longer. You must be longer. So I will stretch you out until you fit the bed. You will be as thin as the ropes that bind you. Then I will tie you into a knot. No! You are too large for this little bed. I'll make you smaller.
Look out, Hercules! Look out! Get away, Hercules! He's made of stone! Of stone! Get out before he kills you! Of stone you are made, and by stone you shall be destroyed!
You know, I didn't think Hades would be anything like this.
I hope Telemachus keeps awake. I'm not sure we did right sending him back to guard the apple. The golden apple's our only chance of getting out of here alive.
After a short recess, we'll deal with the appointment of the new resident witch of Salem. As you well know, this office was created out of the wisdom of the high priestess Hepzibah in the year 1692, dedicated to protect the image of the witch. And if necessary, through the use of witchcraft, to protect those innocent people who may be accused as witches, as well as to protect against themselves those mortals so foolish as to cry, witch! This coven is now in recess. Get a little bit of...
Guess who?
Waldo. Who else?
How did you guess?
The wart on your little finger.
From the time you turned me into a frog when we were children.
I'm sorry it never went away.
I'm not. This foolish thing reminds me of you.
Oh, Waldo, grow up. I'm happily married with 2 beautiful children.
Yeah, but to a mortal, it doesn't count.
Silly. Oh, excuse me. I'm needed.
Fly into my nest, my love. Though you may be second best, my love. Though you're only make-believe, my love. At least you're mine to deceive, my love. It wasn't very nice of her telling me to grow up.
But Waldo, my darling, my love, that's the thing I adore about you. Your boyish quality.
It's better.
I love you, Waldo. Do you love me?
Do I love thee? Let me count the ways.
Let me count the ways. 1 like some kind of nut. 2 like a case of arrested development.
Mother, you're intruding.
On a what? On a nothing. On a figment of your imagination.
It's my figment. Please don't interfere.
She's ill, Waldo. You'll make her up in that sick brain of yours. All these centuries pining over 1 skinny witch.
I have a right to lead my own life.
Then lead it. Do something.
I will. I promise you.
One, two, three. I put a spell on you. Because you're mine. Stop the things you do. What else? I'm $1 million.
What happened?
Nothing. Let's get on with it.
Don't be scared, it's electric. It was probably shorted by the storm.
What's that?
It's a codicil.
Codicil?
Yeah, in addition to the will. It seems to be legal. It's dated and signed by Mr. Stokely.
Well, what's it say?
It just says that the $1 million is concealed somewhere in the house, and it's up to us to find it.
Oh, no. Now we have to go on a treasure hunt.
Wait a minute. Yes, here's a clue. Look to the Prince of Love.
Look to the Prince of Love. What does that mean?
Well, your guess is as good as mine. I suggest that we all turn in and have a good go at it in the morning.
Well, I'll turn in, but I don't know how I'm going to sleep with all that's been going on.
Oh, don't worry, honey. Don't worry. I never go to a haunted house without a large supply of sedatives.
Good evening. I'm your host, Frederick Lauren. Since we're all strangers to each other, let's get acquainted with a drink, shall we?
Mr. Lauren, I advise you to call this party off now. The ghosts are already moving, and that's a bad sign.
Let me apologize for my wife. She'll join us later. What do you have?
Scotch and.
Doctor?
I'll have the same.
Now, before the party begins, let's go over the details. The caretakers will leave at midnight, locking us in here until they come back in the morning. Once the door is locked, there's no way out. The windows have bars that a jail would be proud of, and the only door to the outside locks like a vault. There's no electricity, no phone, no one within miles, so no way to call for help.
Like a coffin.
So if any of you decide not to stay for the party, you must let me know before midnight. Of course, if you leave, I shan't be able to pay you anything.
I'm interested in your reasons for this, party. Aside from pleasant company.
Ghosts, Doctor. I think everyone wonders what they would do if they saw a ghost. And now my wife has given us all the opportunity to find out.
Amusing. Ghosts, etc., being only creations of hysteria, your party should be a success.
Well, Pritchard here promises us genuine ghosts.
7 now. Maybe more before morning.
That's cheerful.
4 men have been murdered in this house. And 3 women.
You planned your party very well, Mr. Lauren. 4 of us are men, 3 are women. Well, a ghost for everybody.
Well, Pritchard, why don't you take us on a tour through the house and let's see what happens, huh?
Do you go to any horror movies now? Do you go to The Shining or the Texas
I go see some of them. Yeah,
Chainsaw Massacre?
No, I don't go see those. No, I never go to see the really awful ones because I know how they're made, you see. You know, I know what that blood is. It's raspberry jam. It really is. It really is. It's all raspberry jam, and there's just too much of it.
Did you ever have to restrain the urge when you had a corpse in front of you to go, delicious?
Yes, but only with Jacob's crackers, you know.
Did you ever frighten yourself?
Oh, yes. There are a lot of things frighten me, you know. I mean, I just get frightened by things. Barbara Carswell, or whatever her name is, you know. One day, isn't she the novelist over here who's related to the royal family somehow? I read one of her books one time, and I went to sleep in the middle of it, and I woke up, and she was in bed with me, and it was absolutely terrifying. With all that makeup on and those hats and things.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the next few moments, you will be witnessing scenes from a new motion picture starring Vincent Price, master of the macabre. To those among you who are easily frightened, we suggest you turn away now. To those of you who think they can take it, we say, welcome to the madhouse. Perhaps it was inevitable. For years, this man has played the role of Dr. Death. For years, he has pretended to be a hideous, murdering monster. No! Now, at last, he has actually become one. American International presents Vincent Price in Madhouse, where lunacy lives.
All I ever got was a stake through the heart.
Tonight, I would like you to meet my next victim.
Fear lurks, evil walks, and death waits.
Death is the name of a doctor you've met.
Stop it! Madhouse, a cinematic shock treatment, guaranteed to scare you out of your mind. No one ever leaves Madhouse.
I wanted to hang a picture. I came down to the nail.
You messed up my whole house. Can't you do anything neatly? Can't you? Can't you do anything neatly? Can't you do anything neatly? Can't you? Can't you do anything neatly? Can't you do anything neatly?
Well, I just laugh it up like honey. Enjoy being a girl. We flip when a fella sends flowers. We drool over dresses of lace. We talk on the telephone for hours with a pound and a half of cream up on our face. That's wow, I'm strictly a female. And my future, I hope, will be in the home of a brave and a free man who'd enjoy being a guy, having a girl who's a real pearl, dating a girl.
Whitney Taylor is a plagiarist, as this videotape so clearly demonstrates. She cloistered herself in the cellar and stole another artist's work. Now, I am certain that the Throckmorton Institute for the Arts has no place for an untalented act like Miss Taylor. It is with true...
Here, I'll get that. I'll get it.
Here, knock yourself out.
Oh, thanks.
People of Earth, please heed my warning. A terrible accident has occurred. I am Pluthar, sanitation captain of the planet Pluton. A stray energy beam containing garbage from my substation may be headed for your solar system and could possibly result in the total annihilation of your species. I'm so terribly sorry for the inconvenience.
Hey, it's that same dude again.
Too late. Its appetite is uncontrollable. The slightest excitement can trigger a monstrous eating binge.
Bet you anything he's talking about the monster.
I am your
Hey, cool it!
We're, having a little, party.
Hey! I said shut up, butthole!
My God!
Get back, lady!
Oh, snap! Oh, just one quick!
Free, son! You're under arrest! Hey, hey! Hey, you kids! Come back here! You come out of there, I'm gonna come in after you! Damn you kids, you...
What happened? Saw that space guy on TV. Went crazy. Where's OD? It ate him. Oh my God! What are we gonna do? We're gonna blow his butt to kingdom come. Huh?
All units, this is 7 November Golf.
Target's heading right at us. He's too fast.
Panamanian government evidence of passengers dead or alive. Please stand by.
Are we slowing down? Shoot up!
This thing's only 200 miles off the eastern American seaboard. We don't even know what the hell it is.
Welcome to my museum. May I put to rest any questions you may have conjured?
I was just reading about the fascinating life of Chang and Eng and wondering if their death was just as fascinating.
Oh, very much so. On a cold January eve in 1874, Eng awoke to find his brother had passed away during the course of the night. A few hours later, Eng himself departed from this world. Now, these facts themselves may be less than fascinating, but imagine being Eng and lying there, knowing that essentially half your body was now dead, that the rest must inevitably follow, and being able to do about it absolutely nothing. At the autopsy, it was officially concluded that Chang died of a cerebral hemorrhage.
What was the official cause of Eng's death?
Fright.
Do you have any information on blockhead or geek acts?
This is an historical collection on human curiosities. Blockheads are skilled performers.
Like magicians?
Like sword swallowers, who really do swallow swords. And geeks are neither skilled nor curiosities. They're merely unseemly, not even attaining the level of gaffes.
Gaffes?
I observed closely the dissimilarity of the facial features. Conjoined twins are always identical. These gentlemen are phonies, gaffes.
Sort of like the Fiji mermaid?
You're investigating the Alligator Man's murder, yes? I have something I believe you might find of some interest.
What does this have to do with the Glazebrook murders?
I've recently come into possession of an authentic P.T. Barnum exhibit. Now, I don't show this display to all my customers, only those with the intellectual curiosity to appreciate it. Barnum billed it as the great unknown. I must first ask of you two favors. Tell no soul what you're witnessing here.
And the second favor?
An additional donation of $5.